Hello, I'm Cleopatra Wallace, and this week's video is about Andrew Cuomo, the governor of New York. Now, recently Andrew Cuomo has been in the news more than normal. Now, he was in the news a lot when coronavirus first broke out because he was doing those press conferences every day. Personally, I'm a resident of New York, and I kind of appreciated Cuomo's candidness, during those times. Even when President Trump wasn't saying much, Cuomo was there reassuring us as New Yorkers and as Americans that things were going to be okay. And he was quite the charming person at that time. And as I was getting ready for this read, Spirit gave me the word enigmatic. Like he has an enigmatic character. And I didn't know what the word enigmatic meant. So I looked it up, and it means like mysterious or hard to pin down, or basically like someone you try to put in a box but you can't. You don't know what box to put him in. So he has been put in the sexual misconduct box. New York's Attorney General Letitia James has done a little research, and they have come up with 11 different women saying that Cuomo said things to them and touched them. One lady said that he touched her close to her belly button or something, and another said he ran his fingers down her back. And then he supposedly asked one lady why she wasn't wearing a dress. So we are going to dig into this whole Cuomo matter. So holy angels, spirit guides, and ancestors, we are going to see what's going on with Andrew Cuomo, the governor of New York City, and we want to know what he was doing between the dates of March the 20th, no, not March the 20th, but March of 2020 and March of 2021. That's one full year, from March to March. We are wanting to know what was Andrew Cuomo, the governor of New York City, up to at this time, other than fighting the virus and being a beautiful comedic duo with his brother, which I kind of enjoyed it. I was personally surprised to find out that he was not married. I thought, here's one. I thought surely that he was taken. But nope, he's not married, and he's being accused of doing lots of things. So we are wanting to know about Andrew Cuomo between March of 2020 and March of 2021. This is the governor of New York, and we are within the zip codes of 10001 and 11104. We are looking for Andrew Cuomo's conduct, and we will be stalking the halls of the legislative offices. Alright, we'll be stalking the halls of the legislative offices. We want to be at the parties, we're in the break rooms, we're in the elevators. We want to know what was Andrew Cuomo, here's another one. What was Andrew Cuomo up to between March of 2020 and March of 2021 as far as sexual misconduct? We are within it. There's another one. Alright, so we have 4 to get us started. And you know how we do this. We'll use the Omega Land to get us started. And then we got the other decks to clarify with. If they fall to the floor, I only take the ones that fall face down. And if too many come out, I'll take the top and the bottom. Alright, so the first card that came out is the 8 of Coins. And this is, the stash card or the ingenuity card. Because he was really doing a lot at that time. Like I said, I enjoyed it. All the press conferences. I thought some was saying he may even make a run to the White House. But, that has all come down. And the only thing they're showing me... Did I come over here without a pointer again? I did. So we're going to have to use my fingernail. The only thing they're showing me in this card is these blocks in the end. And to me, they look like building blocks. So that's what's being highlighted. Like, it's kind of like when you make a pyramid, too, with all the little blocks. So we'll clarify that. We'll come back to it. And next, we have the Knight of Coins. Now, this is the card of rigidity. A person's very rigid, very stern. And he was very concise as far as the press conferences was going, and the grooves and everything, because when the coronavirus first came out, He was so busy, and him and Dr. Fauci was even going back and forth a little bit. So I'm not surprised to see this card rigidity here. Rigidity. I don't know what is wrong with my mouth. I cannot talk today. But on this card, what I'm seeing is this like light pole thing here. And for me, it always means like internet. Okay, no, you're connected to the internet through wires. Even though we all say it's wireless, it's not wireless. We're all connected with these like wires and stuff. So we have some internet from the rigid one in the tower. I'm not surprised to see this, considering that we're in a pandemic, and not only that, but sexual allegations can be quite the shake-up moment for anyone, whether you're the governor or not. And I just want to say, me and the Mayor Blasio are very upset about this whole thing. Alright. And on this card, what we're getting is, I'm supposing like this could be a clock. You see this circle thing? But it doesn't really have numbers on it, but it does have what could be hands. But when I look at it, it kind of reminds me of like a pie, the way it's cut up. Like you get a piece of the pie, I get a piece of the pie, everybody's getting a piece of the pie. So I'm going to say we have everybody gets the piece of a pie card. And lastly, we have the Empress. Now, I'm not surprised. Finally, a woman, considering that it is sexual harassment. And I should tell you something right there. We're just now getting to a woman. And at the end, this woman is the Empress. The Empress is always very loving, organized, and she's a mother. This Empress. She, this is a very cunning woman here. Very assured. Very self-assured. There is no low self-esteem with this woman. She's a very interesting character. As you're looking at this, you see how she's making eye contact with you. But she's reaching and taking something. Like usually if you go to reach something, you look at what you're picking up to make sure you grab it or don't drop it. She's very self-assured that what she's going to get is going to end up in her hand. So she doesn't even have to look at it. She's getting it. But she's looking at you, though. What is she thinking? Alright. So we have a woman with a strong personality and an even stronger backbone. Get a little sip. Alright, so first we're going to clarify the Eight of Coins, the stash card, or the ingenuity, the coming up with new ways. Spirit, why does Governor Andrew Cuomo have the Eight of Coins for March the 20th to 2021? I keep saying March the 20th. And what came out was the deceitful woman, and it came out right away. Now this is a negative card because, it doesn't have the triangles at the top of it. And this is, I think there was, remember that lady with the scarf that used to be at the press conferences all the time? Not saying that this is her, but there were other, health officials around him at that time that was women. So it would seem like him and a woman was working together. But you see this deceitful woman possible? This could be this woman here. I'm not saying it's not. I'm actually saying it is her. I think it's her. So she was there on the ground floor. She's a scary woman. They didn't waste no time putting that card out there, did they? Alright, so let's move on. We're going to clarify the rigidity card with the internet. Spirit, why is the Knight of Coins here for Andrew Cuomo from March of 2020 to March of 2021 within the zip code of 10001 and 11104? We are in the legislative halls. Alright. What came out is this. Meetings unfavored. Another negative card. Like he's offering something to this woman, but she has turned her back. But I don't feel like that's him here. I feel like he's more one of these guys back here in the background watching. Because, you know, he comes from a political family. He wasn't the first person in his family to be a politician in New York. So we have some meetings unfavored with this internet in the rigid card. So this could be, I want to say this is the rumor mill. You know, people are starting to talk. Remember, they gave me the word enigmatic. Like, people almost didn't know what to say. When I heard the allegations, I damn near didn't know what to say because I thought he was married. No. I want to know a little bit more about this meeting's unfavored card. So for that, I'm going to use the Alice in Wonderland deck. And of course, you know, when I get done with these, I have a few questions. I always have these questions, you see. Alright, Spirit. Now, as far as the internet and the meetings unfavored, is this meetings unfavored with him and the woman, or is this meetings unfavored with the woman and someone else? Whose meeting was unfavored? I just have a few questions. Can you clarify who had the unfair meeting? Alright, so who jumped out there was the Knight of Swords. Now this is originally to clarify the Knight of Coins. The Knight of Swords. Now the Knight of Swords is a spy. Him and the Page of Swords both are spies. Like the Page of Swords is like the little mini spy, and the Knight of Swords is the one who comes out and then carries the rumor backward and forward. As I'm looking at this, they say the Trojan horse. Like, wasn't it like some people were inside of a horse pretending to be something that they weren't? So I'm getting the scenario that there was someone around him that wasn't who they were a spy, a Trojan horse, and could have possibly even argued with this person. This whole thing stinks. It just doesn't sit right. I'm not gonna say he did do it or didn't do it. Something's off. Alright, so the Knight of Swords, a Trojan horse. Okay, so let's move over. Next we have the Tower card, or the Piece of the Pie cards. So to do this, we're going to use the Hermetic Tarot. Alright, and of course I, shuffled and meditated on all these cards and charged them up and all that good stuff. That's why I only do one video a week. Alright, now Spirit, we are still in New York City. We are still between March of 2020 and March of 2021. We're in the zip code of 10001, 11104. We're in New York City. We're stalking the legislative halls. We're in the hallways. We're in the break rooms. We're in the courthouses. We're everywhere. Who was getting a piece of the pie? Alright. The Eight of Swords flew out. Now, the Eight of Swords, the only thing that stands out on this card, and as soon as I looked at the card, it's the only thing I looked at. Because I don't know if it stands out because I just learned the meaning of this symbol not that long ago, or if it's standing out because it's standing out. We're going to clarify it again. But on this card, what comes out is this laurel leaf thing. Apparently, this is a symbol of control. Now, I always thought it was like just tapestry, something that, usually it's one on each side. They have like something in the middle and these two laurel leaves, and you're thinking like, oh, maybe they're fanning people with them. But no, this is means like handlers, like it's being controlled. Everything you see is being controlled. So whoever was getting these pieces of the pie, it was a controlled division. with a controlled division. Like, I guess, you had to be even in a certain position to even consider getting a piece of this pie. And it's not lost on me that this is on the tower card. You know, the tower is when it all falls apart. So we have some handlers in control of the pie. Or maybe he had handlers. Who knows? We're gonna, I'm gonna see if we can't get an identity of some of these handlers, maybe. And for that, we're gonna use the movie tarot. Alright, Spirit. When far is Andrew Cuomo, the governor of New York, while we're in New York at 10001-111104, we're between March of 2020 and March of 2021. As far as Governor Cuomo concerns, and the handlers, the people in control, they are really answering the questions. I was going to ask them who were the handlers. And what came out is Angelina Jolie in the Queen of Coins, the Tomb Raider. But she's a queen. And I mean, this might sound crazy, but I kind of think about, you know, Queen Elizabeth. She's really old now, but, you know, she still has all the gold and all the control. So this would be a woman, a higher up woman. Sound familiar? It's her again. She has been stalking quietly in the background this woman. She's here, all right. You may have to do a whole separate reading on just this woman. But, alright, let's get through with the clarifying. Alright, where were we? Okay, right. We got the identity of the handlers. The handlers were this other woman. So I don't even think we need to clarify this Empress, because we already know she's the woman. Okay, so let's get to some of the questions. Let's get to the questions. So the very first question. The very first question is, did Andrew Cuomo touch a woman inappropriately between March of 2020 and March of 2021 while at work, while in uniform, while in the legislative buildings and holding a legislative position? Did Andrew Cuomo inappropriately touch a female worker between the dates of March 20th and March 2021 within the zip codes of 100001 and 11104? Nope, not in this deck. Alright. See which one they want. Alright. It is getting close to the holidays. So we're going to use the Nightmare Before Christmas deck. Alright, Spirit. Same question. Did Andrew Cuomo inappropriately touch a female co-worker or staff member between March of 2020 and March 2021? We're within New York. We're in 10001, 11104. See what came out. Sorry about the bird squawking, but that might be some sign too. Alright, so what came out is the Ace of Candles. And the question was, did he inappropriately touch someone? Unfortunately, this card is telling me, yeah, he did it. He touched somebody. You see the way this hand is like right up there? Just kind of casually, just kind of sitting there. And stuff drips. Yeah. That'd be a yeah, he touched somebody. Okay. Let's get to the next question. I'm just going to try to wrap it up a little quick if this bird does not get from right by my window. All Alright, so question number 2 was, is this a smear campaign? I guess, you know, when you live next to the water, it's like the seagulls out there fighting over something, because the river is not too far from me, the Genesee River. Alright, so the question is, because even if you did touch somebody, maybe it was warranted, maybe she wanted it to, but not like that, not like that, not like that, people. I'm talking about like at home. Maybe the spirits got confused. Well, no, they didn't get confused, because I said, did he touch somebody in the offices? This is so disappointing. Alright, move on to the next question. Is this a smear campaign against Governor Andrew Cuomo? Is this a smear campaign, just people trying to tear him down and dim his star right when it was rising the fastest? Is this a smear campaign against Governor Andrew Cuomo, who was in New York City between March of 2020 and March of 2021 within a zip code of between 11104 and 1001? Is this a smear campaign? I see it. Alright, and we have the King of Swords who came out. Now, the King of Swords is very reminiscent of the Knight of Swords who we had earlier. So this kind of, you know, he's moved up from a knight to now a king. Perhaps the knight carried the bone to this King of Swords. So I don't know if it's, I don't want to say whether or not it was a smear campaign, but it is definitely, it was discussed and it was talked about, and it went up to levels and levels. Like I said, it's 11 women right now claiming things. So it definitely went up the ranks. If it is a smear campaign, it's working. Alright. Let's see. One more question, and I suppose the most important question at this point, and that question is, will Governor Andrew Cuomo resign? And for that, we are going to use the shadow deck. Oh, wait. This one came out, the dark shadow, which is like, the dark shadow is, you know, like all the bad things about yourself. Like, you be like, oh, you know, I'm going to be, you know, the bad guy. I'm going to get another one too, though. But as I'm looking at this, I'm trying to see, how does this answer the question of whether or not he will resign? No, let's see. The only thing that's standing out in this card is this stupid mustache on this guy's face. But you know what? Let's just have a look at this face. It's not a sad looking face. His lips actually look quite pursed. No blinking, straight ahead, like, do you want me to resign? Do you want me to resign? Yeah, you know what? I don't think we're going to pull another card at all. This is the answer. No, he's not going to resign. You're going to have to go and drag him away. We're going to leave it there. Again, I am Cleopatra Wallace, and if you found this video interesting, give it a thumbs up, or you can subscribe to my channel, because who knows what's going to happen next.